I slept all of today. Yesterday was pretty big. I actually stayed up most of the night and I had like 2 hours of sleep, and then I stayed up even later because of some just weird events going on with my friend. We went to see the FNAF 2 movie, which was mediocre. It was okay. We come home, his check engine light starts fucking beep 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 beep. And I'm like, oh shit, this guy's probably gonna have to fucking stay here, and I have to wait until his car's towed. It's gonna snow in a couple of hours. It's like 12, it's like midnight. But I wanted to be a good host and a good friend because I'm not letting my friend stay out in the fucking cold, waiting for roadside service. So we sit in our car, we play some shit on my Switch, listen to music, and we chill. A couple hours go by and they never show up. I'm like, oh, fuck, okay. And then eventually I'm like, dude, I'll just take you home. Your mom or someone can come just like tow it in the morning. And he's like, yeah, I guess that's probably what we're gonna have to do. So we drive home and we actually see a tow truck at an accident. And he was like, man, well, I wish they were fucking over here while we were waiting 3 hours. And I was like, guy probably, got into a serious crash and you probably didn't have the right company. And he was like, at least that guy's prepared. I'm like, yeah, sure he is. But we drive home. I'm dropping him off, and that entire day was really fun. It was overstimulating, but it was fun. I went, card shopping with my friends for Pokemon Mega Dream. I pulled the attacker that I really wanted to. Nothing really of sort that I cared about. But the main thing was when I went to the gym, I worked out with a guy that I frequently see. A guy that I've known since I've started going to the gym. And it's kind of this dynamic where he's seen me through the year, and it's cool to touch base with him because it's kind of like a reflection of like where I started. He's a cool guy, cool gym bro. But we went on talking about life, and he's explained to me what he's doing with certifications, selling things, and a bunch of other sort about like what his dreams and aspirations are. And I'm kind of like, and he's like asking questions back. He's like trying to lead the conversation. And I'm like, yeah, sure. But I just don't have answers for him. And I've always kind of had this mentality. I never really know what I'm doing or what I'm really working towards. If anything, I only really know how to speak about my past. If I were to sum up myself in a very short version, I'd be like an autobiography for a person who's not lived a really eventful life, which probably isn't the individual I want to be. So my default answer was, because I've been so annoyed at myself for just kind of going, yeah, I kind of want to do this and that. In reality, I don't really want to do those things. I just like copy. I started disliking the idea of cop-out answers. So I just kind of full blank said, I don't know what I'm doing with myself, man. I kind of do some things, not a lot. And he's like, yeah, I mean, you don't really have much to go off on about that. But he's like, well, I hope that works out for you. He's just like, of course, he's very helpful. He's like, well, what do you want to do? What are you interested in? Or like, have you worked? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? And he's like kind of getting a gauge on who I am. And, he keeps bringing up like some people after high school stay stagnant. And I kind of tell you, he's saying like, yo, man, like you're at this point. And he likes me enough. He's like, I want to see you up here. He's a really nice guy. And I really appreciate him. And we're like completely different people. Like he's like a dude bro with like just like a really charismatic personality. And I'm a really reserved, quiet guy. I don't really know how I never grew up like just saying everything that's on my fucking mind. I felt like William Afton luring kids in. Okay, maybe luring people in and then having a conversation. There's probably a reason why I don't talk to people for said reasons. But when I do have a conversation with people, I like to bite off a little more than I can chew. I like to talk about things that just have a little more depth. Not sure that they do, because a man with no experience is kind of shallow. But I would like to make conversations interesting because I have so few. It's like just making the most out of sometimes you don't get a lot. But we had like an hour conversation while working out, and it just made me think. The gym has always been a place of reflection for me, and I've always enjoyed working out, but I haven't taken it farther. And I need to take a more, I just need to take a different approach with things, because I know I'm staying stagnant, and I will grow, but it'll be less so than where I was in the beginning. But it's a lot. Figuring out my career path, figuring out the hobbies I want to make, figuring out the people I want to surround myself with life. And I was watching a really corny YouTube video, one of those like change is inevitable, or like interviews or like inspirations. And one of the quotes that I really like is that you can't retrospect the future. You can't make sense of what's ahead of you. You can only do that backwards. It's kind of like you'll never know, like when Mike Menzer said, you'll never know your potential until in retrospect. So let's get going with the program. It's somewhat like that. But for me, previously said, I am like that. I always look back, and I try to always translate that in a wider timeline. Like I'm like a theorist crafting the fucking next day. Like I'm like a screenwriter, which is stupid. You're more like an actor than you are the director. The only difference is you're only directing the moment. You can only direct the moment. You can't plan out. As much as you want to plan, it always falls apart for me. I've never been a good planner. I've never been good at I'm good with strategy. I love strategy games. I love, but the thing is, I love piecing things together, and I realize I genuinely have a knick for just getting things in order when I need to. But carrying that momentum has been hard for me. Just having a structure has been hard for me. If it doesn't come to me, it sucks that I don't have that, and that's where I fall short. I won't be the same person a year from now or 2 years from now, but I would hope that there have been things in those 2 years or those years or whatever that I spend that time doing is eventful. And it is something where I go out of my comfort zone to test and to find out. You know, it's kind of like skipping stones and you don't know where they're going to land. Nothing's ever really linear. It ups, downs, and then maybe a big spike that changes your life forever, and then more spikes. You know, I want to kind of just be in a point where I just skip a lot of stones, because I've been really good at connecting dots. Things just do work out for people. And I've been really afraid to skip stones. But when I get in a mood to skip stones, I really enjoy exploring it. I really enjoy it. Exploring and just doing new shit. Even when it's a little uncomfortable, it's still fun because that's why you do it. And then you kind of get in the state of being comfortable where you're just kind of living a life until you get to this point and you're like, I don't really want to do that. But some people get so far deep into their comfortability, it's an extra jump to want to build off of. It's hard to get up in the morning. It's hard to do basic things. It's like if you stop reading and you get back into reading, your mind gets like brain jogged, or fucking you got hit with infinite void, and like your brain's just scattered and you can't focus on the words correctly. And for me, it's like I should stop looking at myself like a timeline. I not really look just so much at I need to look at the present. Not look at the present like from an overview, like your life is this and that, you have to do this, you have to get this in order. Those are cool decisions you make within that day and then you build off of. Those aren't decisions you make to set yourself up or to lock yourself in to settle in. You have to try things and you have to add things to what you want to do. You can't cold turkey things. You can't just remove something and hope that your structure is going to be okay with it. You have to build off of something. And I lack that. This channel has only uploaded one video, and I'm planning on uploading this. There have been 200 plus other voice memos that I have yet to upload because they share a very similar theme to this. I think this one's a little more coherent. I actually really do enjoy the commentary on this video. But the thing that is the same about these is that I've stayed the same. I've grown in very small ways. They're very minute. And that's okay. If you're doing something you love and you're moving forward at a pace, it's okay to feel stagnant. But just know you're still working on something. But I don't feel like I'm working as much as I want to be. I don't feel like I'm putting in the effort. When talking to my friend, I kind of have this glimpse of substance that he has that I don't. He can name a lot of things that he's doing with his life and that I'm not. And I enjoy that. I like hearing that he just goes on these random ventures that he wants to pursue and that he's put a lot of time and effort, and, you know, he indulges in a lot of the things he likes to indulge in while having a healthy life. I think it's fucking cool. But, you know, I'm just, it's hard feeling like that and talking to him and then looking at myself and I'm like, I don't have much. And I feel like it's been hard to express myself because I don't really have much to express. I think I drag conversations out because I feel like a fucking bot. You ask me how my day is, it's the same. It's just whatever. And you listen to someone like this and it's kind of the perspective of a guy you don't want to be. You know, I feel like I'm the perfect person to bring up as an example. My cat's scratching at my door, and so I think I'll end this here. Take a chance on more things. Yourself and many other things. Scatter stones. And that's a good place to leave it. Have a good day. Peace.